Okay, so today me and Smith will be talking about Shakespeare. So first of all, just basic notes about him. He was born on the 23rd of April, 1564, and he died on the 23rd of April, his birthday, in 1616. So he died at the age of 52 years. He lived during the English Renaissance, and he was born, he lived, and he died in England. In total, he wrote 38 plays and 154 sonnets. Okay, so now I'll be talking about his early life and how he was growing up. He was not born into a family of nobility or of significant wealth, so they did not have a lot of money. He began his education at the age of 6 at the Stratford Grammar School. There he mainly learned Latin and English. But at the age of 13, he dropped out of school due to his father's financial and social problems. As I said, they did not have too much money. He did not go to university, and as a boy, he had to work as an assistant for a butcher to help his family's financial state. After dropping out of school, there was no record of him and his daily activities until he re-emerged as a professional actor in the late 1580s. He was actually a lucky boy to survive the plague. The family had many children, including Joanne, who died of the plague, Margaret, who also died of the plague, but they also had Shakespeare, Gilbert, and Joanne II, and they all survived the plague. As to his education, as I said before, he went to the Stratford Grammar School at the age of 6 and dropped out of 13. He never went to university due to the financial problems. But at the grammar school, he learned Greek mythology, Roman comedy, ancient history, Thoric grammar, Latin, and possibly even Greek. And of course, he learned English. So, yeah.
Shakespeare was a man of many traits, but most importantly, he was a brilliant writer, although he also prided himself as an actor and playwright, which he established himself during 1594 when he became a shareholder in the Lord Chamberlain's Men, one of the most popular acting companies in London at that time. One of his most prolific periods around 1595 was when he proceeded to write Richard II, Romeo and Juliet, Midsummer Night's Dream, and Merchant of Venice. In 1609 or 1611, Shakespeare's sonnets were published, though he did not live to see the first folio of his plays, published in 1620. Shakespeare was also one of the inventors of over 3,000 words currently used in the English language, also using his own made-up language during his plays, somewhat making it hard for new beginners to understand. His family, his wife, Anne Hathaway, married him when he was at the age of 18, whereas Anne Hathaway was about 10 years older than him in age. Anne Hathaway lived from 1555 to 1623, to the ripe age of 68. Shakespeare's parents were John Shakespeare and Mary Arden, neither of nobility or a wealthy family. He had many siblings that were either grew to be young men or females, or they were taken by the plague at such an early age. With him and Anne Hathaway, they had 3 children to continue their legacy: Susanna Hall, Hamlet Shakespeare, and Judith Quinney. Shakespeare wrote many works, and he dabbled in a variety of different genres, such as comedies, tragedies, and also writing a little bit of history. Some of his most known comedic works were The Twelfth Night and The Taming of the Shrews, whereas his tragedies were far more popular. containing Romeo and Juliet, Julius Caesar, Macbeth, and Hamlet. In history, he wrote about the English kings during his time period, depicting the life story of Henry V and Richard